just stunning. It's just like a treat after treat after treat when you're walking about.
The main man.
Jimmy, the main man's there, and this is Andrew. Come on, Andrew, you up, lad. Come on, lad. You can do that with that last hurdle. So I've just had myself a beer there in the in Jimmy Hut. I'm gonna get out now and have another bun. Kind of little section of the ferrata here. It's quite steep. And we thought while we were here, we might as well climb the highest mountain in the whole range. There's a crevasse there, that's the problem.
It managed to jam my stick into like a...
Are you sliding it?
Yeah. Out of control.
Dodgy, slippy, steep. This is the 3,400 metre awesome mountain of Marmolada. This is the amazing Alta Via 2. So come and join us as we trek across the awe-inspiring Italian Dolomites. Looks like it's going to be another cracking day in the Dolomites today. So welcome to day 4. We've got a short journey today, but it's a really steep one. I think it's one of the steepest we'll do, certainly the most elevation out of all the journeys. I think it's 4,500 feet of elevation today. It's only about 4.5 miles. That translates to about 1,000 feet for every mile you walk, so that's one of the steepest, bar in Marmolada, which we're doing in a couple of days' time. So although it's going to be a short day, we should be done in 4 or 5 hours, it's going to be a really steep one. If we go around this corner here where Jimmy and Andrew have just popped around there now, when we get around this corner we'll go up this scree chute, which apparently has snow in it right into late summer, so we'll see when we get up there, but it's sort of like this vertical according to the elevation profile. Now when we get to the top of there, we'll come past a lodge called Vidali, I think it's called, and then carry on a little bit further for a couple of miles, climbing still to another refuge, which is Rifugio Boe, which is at the foot of Piz Boè, which is nearly a 3,200 mountain, which we're expecting to climb today and staying on the hut, Capanna Piz Fassa, I think it's called, the hut right on the summit. So I've been looking forward to that one since I booked the journey, to be honest. It's the one I'm looking forward to the most in terms of huts. So hopefully that lives up to expectations. The whole journey today is only about 4.5. I think I mentioned anyway, 4.5 miles. So it should be done relatively quickly. And all being well, we'll get to the hut in decent time. The weather today is expected to start turning rainy about 1 o'clock. It's about 2 or 3 hours time. So before we get to the hut, I'm expecting some mixed weather, and it's a bit like that for the next 3 or 4 days, to be honest. We've got bits of sunshine, bits of rain, bits of cloud, bits of everything, but what I can say, barring wind, which is a good thing. So I'm going to crack on now and catch up with these later, and hopefully the journey's not too steep, and we'll get it done in decent time, and I'll catch you later. Our journey on day 4 starts at Passo Gardena and takes on the awesome group of mountains that is the Sella. This one's a relatively short journey at only 6 miles, but it doesn't half make up for it in steepness. First we climb the spectacular chute of Val Setus. A combination of scree paths and steep via ferrata. Eventually emerging at the lakeside mountain hut of Rifugio Pisciadù. We then skirt around the side of Lac Pisciadu, heading higher, climbing more sections of via ferrata, before eventually levelling out and crossing a high mountain plateau before reaching our lunch stop for the day, the high mountain hut of Rifugio Boe. We then divert slightly off the Alta Via 2 standard route, heading for the highest point in the Sella group, the fantastic lofty summit of Piz Boè, where on a clear day, the views from the top of here are said to be absolutely magnificent. So we end this short but steep journey staying the night in the fantastic alpine hut, extraordinarily perched right on the summit of Piz Boè, the fantastic Capanna Piz Fassa. So I believe this is where the aided section will start, a bit higher up. Sort of set of like wood ladders at the minute. Uncanny little section of via ferrata here. It's quite steep. Just say, or I should say. That's the path we're heading up the side of that scree past the lake and up into the clouds. Don't know whether this is 666 or 999. And either way, I don't know if it's a good omen. It's either the ambulance or the devil. So we'll see. Now the start of the ferrata section, or the aided section. Strange stone sculpture, whatever it is, stone art I suppose what it's called. Had me drawn, would have been alright, could have looked at that lovely. Rifugio Boè, big establishment, not the one we're staying in. We're going to have our lunch here and then we're going to go to Capanna Piz Fassa, which is on the top of Piz Boè summit. This one looks like a nice place to get a bit of shelter anyway in this weather. I can recommend highly the goulash and French fries. Capanna Piz Fassa. The views are not the best here. I think we're thinking the same thing, Andrew. They were on draft. Ideal. But there's now to see, so might as well get stuck into it. Been looking forward to the views on here for about 6 months, and unfortunately today it's forecast for rain pretty much most of the night and clouds. So we've had a couple of clearings earlier on. I'm hoping to bring you some better views later on and keep my fingers crossed for some clearings, but it's a bit disappointing. But it was a canny little climb up today. Had a good day. Good day's walking until we go into the clouds. Past those 3 huts, had our lunch in one of them, the second one, Boè, and then we climbed a little bit via ferrata to get up here. But it's a lovely little cabin, nice and cosy, and we're going to go away in the mail about 6 o'clock. We've been here a couple hours now, and keep our fingers crossed for good weather. And if not, I'll catch you in the morning. Oh well then, let's take a look at what we could have had. Never mind, we'll keep praying, and we'll just keep that one for another day.